Elsewhere and lighter news, Granddaddy Terror and Miss Hitler have been jailed for neo-Nazi terror offences.
I got that one. Yeah.
This is National Action, which I think is a British Nazi party.
Yeah, like neo-Nazi.
White supremacist. Neo-Nazi is the way to phrase it, I guess. Mark Jones, who counter-terrorist police described as a linchpin in the national structure of the terrorist group, was sentenced alongside his former fiancée, Alice Cutter. Alice Cutter entered the terrorist group's beauty pageant and made shocking comments about Jews, including violent fantasies of murder and ethnic cleansing. I just find that premise hilarious.
Yeah.
There's a Miss Beauty pageant for neo-Nazis.
Yeah. Miss Hitler.
Yeah, and they're asked questions like, the simple, where do you see, tell it, what makes you unique? Well, all the race hate. Okay, fair enough.
I've
That's
got
a weird
race hate.
Miss USA. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? On top of a big pile of shoes.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you want. It just seems strange. It seems hilarious to taint a Miss America pageant, which is already insane, with the Nazi party.
Yeah. If you were to rebuild the world in your image as a white ethno-state tomorrow, where would you start and why?
And now it's time for the talent portion, and she's gone for burning down local businesses. Raising flags and burning effigies. Very good. Birmingham Crown Court has heard that Jones, 25, and Cutter, 24, sported his and hers swastika knitwear and had a collection of Nazi paraphernalia, knuckle dusters, knives, and other weapons. Oh, his and hers Nazi knitwear.
Well, Hitler had Hugo Boss. Who would make your Nazi uniforms?
Got it from wish.com. His and hers.
I was always quite a fan of Burberry. Very light colours. None of the just the lightest colours you can. All white, if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, lots of crosses.
Cross stitching for the win. Cutter had entered National Action's Miss Hitler 2016 competition, which was a publicity stunt to attract more members. Okay, right. Obviously, I'd imagine it was to attract more members by saying, we've got women here and we photoed them, here they come. But it sounds like they're trying to attract them by saying, we've not just got race hate. And it's not just that. We've also got a pageant.
Yeah.
There's a pageant.
Yeah.
Get involved.
Female membership is way down. We need something to pick up the female membership.
I mean, it's a whole fucked up thing I know, but yeah, it's just fucking hilarious. But what's even better is what I think is even better is the defence she had in court. Right, her lawyer stated this. Her barrister, I think that's a lawyer, Liam Walker, said, and I quote, she is a 20-year-old racist, anti-Semitic waitress at the time who was vulnerable and lacked maturity. Oh, well, okay. Well, if she was a 20-year-old racist, anti-Semitic waitress, then this is fine. What kind of defence is that?
Well, I was working in Little Chef, just hating Jews. And then this guy came in.
Yeah, how could she... I mean, you could argue that she was young and misguided, but saying that she was 20-year-old racist, anti-Semitic waitress, it's like, well, then, you know that these are crimes, right?
Yeah.
You can't... Like, what? She was only a part of that racist anti-Semitic community because she was a racist anti-Semitic. It's a great defense. Yeah. It's a great defense.
Yeah. Did you see the group photo?
No.
Of all the girls lined up doing the Hitler salute. It was great. No. It's really good. Just in a park. Like, they didn't hire a hall or anything. They didn't keep it secret. They
just do it outside.
Yeah.
The barrister went on to claim that she was groomed by Midlands National Action leader Alex Deakin and that her shocking statements on Jews were cries for attention. get attention in other ways. Like, it's your own personal responsibility to figure out.
Or
get piercing.
Piercing. Dye your hair. Like...
Yeah, just... I mean, she was obviously crying for attention. She was doing group photos in parks Nazi saluting. So, like, obviously there's a lot of cries for attention here, but that's not an excuse.
But, like, they
figure out how to deal with it.
I just find it really weird that you can get 10 girls and they're all doing Hitler salutes and not one of them has been like, maybe this is a bad idea to be doing this in public.
This digital photo.
Yeah.
Again, people are stupid. And I don't know if I've said that yet, but my opinion of the world is everybody is stupid. Everybody has moments of stupidity. Some more than others, maybe, but I think at the baseline, everyone's stupid. So people are going to make these stupid mistakes, and it's our job to forgive them and guide them.
Yeah.
But, a defense of being in a racist, anti-Semitic community, and the defense is, well, racist, anti-Semitic. I mean, this is her doing a Heil Hitler salute in a park. It just seems bad defense. Like, what you did was wrong. Admittedly, you're young, but you still need to be punished because you should have... I mean, that's an argument to be had. I was thinking... I mentioned last week, because I've been trying to formulate this idea, about... last week I mentioned I wrote into Bill Burr when I was 24, and I revisit the video from time to time to hear the video again, and to look and to read the comments, because I find it interesting. I'm 32. When I look at myself at 24, I just can't see myself. I'm so much a different person.
Yeah, 100%.
So the point was, I think when you're 24 and you're 32, it's different films, completely different films, different parts of your life, different life experiences, and obviously that's kind of always been a given. But recently, I've started online dating again, as much as you can, which is just looking at an app and not being matched. Is you see people who are 24, and I just see them as like, you're just, who are you? How can I have? There's no way for me to have a conversation with this person anymore.
Yeah.
That person is. When I was 24, now that I'm 32, and right now, I think I'm probably in the most control of my life.
Yeah.
So that brings up the argument of, the fact that you're an adult when you're 18, or some people view it 21, is pretty insane. It's pretty crazy of like, these people are now going to be responsible for their own actions. I mean, doing cries for attention by joining nationalist organisations is a pretty insane predicament to be able to do as an adult, right?
Yeah.
So that's a whole other argument that can be had of like, well, and I think it's right that, when you're 18, you should be given the freedom to be judged by your actions. But you go, really, there is no guidance for young people, really, in terms of how to act, how to improve, how to learn, because school stops at 16, higher school finishes at 18, and university finishes at 21 to 25. So, like, what are these people who are 18 while they're learning? Well, there's so much more learning that people can be doing. But maybe that's just a growing older thing of, like, kids today, if I was a kid today, I'll do things differently. And probably when I'm 40, I'm going to think, 30's a weird age to think that you're an adult. But it seems that at least my age now, I go, like, no, I'm pretty confident that I can say stupid things on a podcast and hopefully communicate my points properly.
Yeah.
As opposed to if I was 24, I'd be not as articulate, I don't think, and not as thought through. I'd be more trying to vent something. So there's a weird argument as well for how much we should expect of young adults being 18 and over, and how much they should be given more leeway, I guess, in terms of like, if a 15-year-old tore down a statue in a street, I wouldn't argue that to be a political statement. Do you know what I mean? Even if it wasn't political statues, but like, no, it's just a 15-year-old kid vandalizing shit.
You don't have politics when you're 15. You have what you've been told.
Yeah. But then, I mean, again, it's weird because I genuinely don't think I've ever really had politics in me in terms of a party. But what age do you think you had political views in you? You go, like, I'd argue that, like, thought out, understood, intellectualized views of the world don't happen when you're 18.
No.
Unless you're
thought out ones that I think make sense, that I've actually gone back and forth on and actually kind of meditated on, in a sense, probably only in the last 5 years.
Yeah. And again, that's probably the same for everybody. 40-year-olds will think that they're around 40, but I think that there's genuinely a thing of like, you can't go from, there's a thing of 18, shouldn't be ignored, but should be given a bit of leeway. And I'm interested into what that top bracket is. Because I would say up to, about 27. I'd say even at 27, I was probably a little bit better, but still kind of not fully actualized, we'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not being able to properly express or properly understand yourself and therefore the world. But that's, so she was young and she was an anti-Semitic racist waitress. The Miss Hitler moniker will haunt her for the rest of her life. That's another defense.
Yeah. Yes, I miss Hitler.
You can't win Miss Hitler and then expect people to forget it. It's a medal that, if you win Miss America, you're still going to be Miss... If you're the president, you become the president forever.
Yeah.
If you're going to be Miss Hitler, you're Miss Hitler forever. Even if it's only 2016.
Here she is. Miss Swastika.